I've told you about on the 28th of this month, October, kutakuwa na kitu inajulikana kama 2018 Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon. We will always be supporting these particular initiatives because you can imagine by 2020 they were supposed to have gotten about 10 billion Kenya shillings. That's about 100 million USD. Tayari they have achieved that particular target 2 years ahead of schedule. Banks zina pesa. Talking about banks, tuko na mwenye bank. Of course, we have the head of communications, Standard Chartered in Nairobi here, anajulikana kama Tom Indimuli. And of course, we also have the senior research and development officer from Anti-Doping Agency of Kenya, EDAC, wako hapa. Of course, on my immediate, this is my other right, called left. Of course, it's Martin Yauma.
Yes.
Martin Yauma from EDAC. And on my extreme left, we have Tom Indimuli himself. He's not new to this industry. Tom amekuwa hapa and now anaenjoy retirement pole pole. Usimuone hivyo, ameficha miaka kwa magoti. Tom, karibu sana. It's always a pleasure to have you, Tom Indimuli from Standard Chartered. As in, how does it make you feel 2 years ahead of schedule, Tom? You've already achieved your target that you're supposed to have gotten for the Seeing is Believing initiative.
Yeah, you're right, Tony. I mean, when we started the Seeing is Believing initiative in 2003, we had a global target of raising 100 million shillings. That is 10 billion, equivalent to the current exchange rate. This was a global target. I must say, yes, we've met it 2 years ahead of schedule. And just to drill it back home, in Kenya alone, we've raised about 300 million shillings over that period. So I have to say, asante sana to the people of Nairobi and Kenyans in general, for they're the ones who have enabled us to meet this kind of target.
Most definitely. EDAC, of course, let me just bring in EDAC, watch and let Martin Yoma. As in Martin, it's first of all, it's very good for Kenya to have offices of anti-doping, to like in the doping, and especially having such an international event like a Nairobi International Marathon for Standard Chartered. Are things in place?
Things are all
we will not have any problems that your athlete alishinda then akapatikana alikuwa nakula mkhobero.
Of course. Of course, you'll never know what will happen, but basically ADAC is quite prepared for the event. We have partnered in the past with the Standard Chartered to make the event success. Specifically in ensuring that the event is cleaned up in terms of clean participation and the fair play in terms of participation for competitors. And this is just among many initiatives that we will be undertaking in terms of testing the athletes and also creating awareness on anti-doping issues, just to ensure that as many participants as possible are aware that doping is a menace that needs to be eradicated.
And of course, you're educating them as well. You wouldn't go there and catch someone on the way. You're also creating that awareness.
Yes,
we will definitely.
That
Tom, so far, logistically, how many athletes are you looking forward for this particular marathon? When is the registration coming to a close? The kind of athletes you're expecting for the 28th of this month?
Great. I mean, this year we're very ambitious. We're looking at hosting about 25,000 athletes. On the average, we've been hosting about between 19 to 21,000, but we feel this year we can surpass that target. We are so ready, as you rightfully put it. The date is 28th October. The venue, as last year, has changed slightly due to the unavailability of Nyayo National Stadium because it's still undergoing renovations. So just like last year, we shall be back again at the Railway Club. We have started off so well. Registrations right now stand at just slightly over 10,000. We are very optimistic that in the course of this week, we are going to meet our target of about 25,000. Registration is open. It's on www.nairobimarathon.com. for Kenya shillings 2,000. But I've got some bad news for the latecomers because next week we're going to make it 2,500 from 22nd next week. So I call upon all Nairobians to take advantage of this rate of 2,000 right now to come in and register in large numbers before you're caught up with the rush next week.
Most definitely. Martin, where can athletes come? And of course, perhaps it's very hard for you to go to athletes, and it could be easier for athletes to come to you. Where can they come at least, you know, you never know. I mean, you might be taking those tablets for antibiotics, kumbe ziko na EPO, and you never know. Where can they get you? How can they get you? Perhaps are you on social media, your physical office, or how often do you meet athletes on a daily basis? As we head towards the Nairobi Marathon, because I'm in a train.
Yes.
So I need to know, you know, sometimes I'm taking some things that are illegally, zile vitu za above 18, na sijui kama zinaweza kuwa ni part of your doping things.
Yeah. Basically, we take advantage of social media on Facebook at ADAC and also on Twitter. We are disseminating a lot of information through the social media. During in-competitions, like now this coming Standard Chartered Marathon, we will be pitching a tent for an outreach program to basically target all participants in that event, including the athletes and other participants in the event, on sensitization on anti-doping issues. And basically we target athletes who are participating to ensure that we give them that information. So we will be based at the expo area within Railways field, and we will have a tent. We encourage all athletes not to actually run away from ADAC. We are very friendly, and we will expect that that interaction is going to be positive for the cleanliness of that sport.
Certainly. On the 11th of October, during the World Sight Day, Tom, sponsors came out in their droves. I mean, how important was that day to you as you, go towards on 20th?
Actually, hosting an event of this magnitude is no easy. Yeah. And I must say, we really thank our co-partners who've really been very supportive over the course of the last 10 years. Like this year alone, the money that has been put together is about 130 million Kenya shillings just to make sure that the event is successful. And we have had co-partners who've been with us throughout the course, especially led by the Nairobi County government, which has been very, very supportive. Remember, one of the key objectives of this marathon was to put Nairobi on the tourism map. And what a way to put it than using the athletics prowess of Kenyans. So Nairobi County government has been very, very helpful in this, on this end, and we have made a lot of strides on this. Athletics Kenya, the owners of the event, and not to forget ADAC, who've made sure that we are able to meet the international standards. So sponsorship has been coming forth. It has been very supportive, and we're doing very well on that front. Our intention is to make sure that this marathon is ranked among, the best in the world, the big five. And this can only be done by bettering the experience of the participants, making sure all the facilities that we are using, up to scratch. So we don't take for granted the support that has come through from our partners, and we just look forward to getting more and more partners coming in so that we can make this event bigger than it is today. We are so proud that it's the biggest event in East and Central Africa, but we still believe there's room to make it much bigger. So we shall be reaching out to many more partners in future, especially to better areas like, the technical support of it and the monetary side of the event. We want to ensure that in future, the world stars, we want to have big names from Ethiopia, big names from Eritrea, big names from Europe. I mean, just coming to Nairobi, to show Kenyans, what they can do and to compete against our best. So, yes, we still have a lot of room for more sponsorship and partnership, and we shall be reaching out to guys.
Oh, certainly. Edak, is WADA happy with this event? When we put Tom in the on the spot. But I'm sure they're happy because looking at AK is happy, definitely WADA will be happy. But do we need any room of, because athletes normally come to an event that is clean. I mean, as the way Thomas said, those who come from Europe or USA will come to an event which definitely will grow them, has good money. You think WADA is happy with this event?
So far.
And when are we soon making it into the major in the big four as the big top marathons?
I think WADA is happy. There's no cause for alarm because the programs that ADAC has run so far since its inception has been programs to ensure that we comply with the World Anti-Doping Code, which is now a 2017 World Anti-Doping Code. And you remember last year WADA cleared Kenya to have complied to that code. And therefore, even 2 weeks ago, we have had a meeting with WADA, the Kenyan project here in Kenya. And so far, the reports on the progress on the programs that we are running in Kenya is good. And therefore we are looking forward to more robust programs, because for you to be able to continue complying with the code, the programs of ensuring that we clean up the sport and protecting the clean athlete who participate in events, in sporting events in this country is going on. Yes. And therefore we are very committed to that end, to ensure that Kenya's image at the world stage, and particularly in this particular marathon, is upheld in terms of nurturing talent that is clean and the sporting environment that is ethically acceptable.
Very true.
Thank you.
Tom, prize money, definitely athletes will, coming from Ethiopia, wouldn't just come, alipe ticket, alipe accommodation. Prize money normally counts a lot. This year, what watabeba a briefcase? Do you need to carry a briefcase ama tubebe to wallet?
I mean, we are so proud that Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon is the richest race in this part of the region. Every year we commit more than 8 million shillings in prize money. The biggest ticket, of course, going to the 42K race, where the winner takes home a whole 1.5 million shillings. But I don't want to put a lot of emphasis on the prize money. I want to look at the other attendant benefits for you taking part in this marathon. For example, the Dennis Kimeto, who's been the previous world record holder, he actually made his debut in marathon at the Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon race. So look at coming out, to race with the best, with the intention of getting into the international arena. Why we started this race initially was not to bring in the big stars. We wanted to unearth that raw talent, and this has been met, in a very spectacular manner. Every year, the Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon has a new winner, an unknown name, you see. So when you look at the young men and women who have taken part in this race for the last 15 years and how far they've gone in their careers, it's a very good platform for any serious athlete, for any budding athlete who's got, aspirations, to go forward and make a name internationally, to just come and test himself, against upstarts like him, and also some seasoned athletes. Because interestingly, unlike in the past, we've started seeing a lot of interest, especially from elite runners. When you look at the last editions, about 3 of them, the past winners have always come back again to defend their crown. But interestingly, or strange enough, none of them has managed to do it. So what I'm trying to belabor is, let us not look at how much money I'm going to get out of the event, but how am I going to start or to nurture my athletics career by taking part in such an international race, which Adak will tell you, it's the only race that is recognized by IAAF in this part of the world. So the timings you clock here today will enable you to get a ticket, to get an invitation to go and take part in international races. So let us not look at only the money, but what does it mean, my participation in this race, vis-a-vis my long-term plans.
Most certainly. Martin, are you coming to race? Usikuja tu kunini on the 28th. Are you coming to race?
I'll be coming.
You have to be, and we will put you on the spot, because of course the following week in Monday, I will need photographic evidence if you be there.
Yeah, I'm coming to race, and I'm doing 21 kilometers. I've already registered.
Unafanya 21?
Yes, I'm doing 21. I look fit. Don't I look so?
I'm unaendesha bike na 21.
Yeah. So and we really like to encourage our athletes to participate in this event in large numbers, not to fear participating, to come and ensure that we uplift the name of the Standard Chartered Marathon for Kenya, and also to come and get more information on anti-doping, so that they can take care of their lives. We are also asking athletes who have serious illness and they would like to participate, and probably they are getting medications which are part of what is the prohibited list for 2018, to apply for a therapeutic use exemption through ADAC. You can get that form at the website of ADAC, so that you can apply. You can be approved to participate in the event through that platform, the therapeutic use exemption. And so it is a platform that will ensure that in case of any tests conducted, that recognition certificate is also very, very, very important. Otherwise, we are looking forward to a very enthusiastic event and basically an event that will be more an iconic event for many other marathons in the future.
Certainly. Tom, it's a family event. As we wind up, I have less than 40 seconds. There are 6 categories. I mean, it's a family day out for wheelchair. I mean, everybody has a chance to participate in it, whether for money or just for improving their physical fitness, like myself.
Very true. I mean, and as I said, we have 25,000 people running, yeah? And we all run for different reasons. But at the end of the day, for the Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon, we run for one reason. And we know the reason. Yeah. Seeing is believing. And as I said, we really thank Nairobians and Kenyans in general for having enabled us raise more than 300 million shillings over the last 15 years. And we're looking forward to their support as we target to raise the 60 million this year. And let's come together, let's come out here and celebrate. I mean, this is a more reason for us, you know, just to join hands and you know, eradicate avoidable blindness in Kenya. You're running on the 28th of October is going to touch the lives of so many children out there below the age 15 who have not had an opportunity to see the way we have been blessed to see. So I would say, come out in large numbers, Kenyans. Registration is still open. We shall be closing registration next week on Thursday. Let's all join forces to make a difference in the lives of children in this country.
Certainly. Tom Indimuli, Head of Communications, Standard Chartered Bank, and of course, EDAC, Senior Research and Development Officer, Yauma Martin. Thank you so much for making time. Tom, thank you for your busy schedule. We really appreciate for coming over. So remember, ata mimi, you've been seeing me training along Thika Road. I am preparing for the Nairobi Standard Chartered Marathon. I can tell you that for sure because last weekend we won. We were number 3 during the S-Jack Sports Day, and we won during the 4x100 relay. Yes, and I was part of the team. So we are ready, Tom. Si tunasema kitu ya uongo. So Standard Chartered tunakuja. So start preparing for on the 28th. It's on a Sunday. You have to be there. Start registering. If you have any problems, tuongeleshe kwa mtandao. Hapa kuna mtu David Lawrence anauliza, is there a struggler's bus for runners like myself? Struggle. So since unajua ni struggler, anza kuperform, anza kujitengeneza. 04 anasema niko sijui wapi hujasema, but thank you for watching. Kibet Mutai, thank you very much. Unasema unataka bets, usijali, tutakupatia odds za nani atashinda hiyo Nairobi Marathon, tukipatiwa full list elite athletes. So chill out. Kuna David Daudi, thank you very much. Bobo Shanti, David huyu anaitwa kama Deuri, Bob Owino kutoka Manyata, Kisumu County, Alan Rotich, akimko wengi. But due to time, we thank you very much for your patronage and also for watching K24 Sports Hub. Thank you for Standard Chartered for bringing your watu wako hapa hivi. Kesho tuko nao pia. Thank you EDAC for allowing your senior officer kuja kukaa hapa na kutupatia information. This is K24 Sports Hub. My name is Tony Kolanda. Good afternoon.